have my first makeup tutorial of 2017 for you guys. I am so excited. Today is Tuesday and I am finally back. January has been a terrible month YouTube-wise for me. If you guys didn't watch my last video or are not following me on social media, you probably don't know that I suffered from eye eczema, and then I actually filmed this tutorial already and I actually didn't like how it turned out. So this is my second time filming it, but I filmed it for the first time the day before I left for Los Angeles for a week, and I just got back, so things have been super hectic and I so apologize. Today's video is the super long awaited Too Faced Sweet Peach Collection tutorial, and this is the first tutorial that I'm doing with the Sweet Peach Collection. I have a lot of other ideas in mind. Guys, I love this collection so much, and you'll hear my thoughts all throughout the video. The eyes, my contour highlight, blush, my lips, everything using the Too Faced Sweet Peach collection. Now, I know this is super long awaited. Also, if you've been subscribed to me for a while or you follow my social medias, you probably know that Too Faced flew me out for their Sweet Peach party, which was so much fun, and that is where I got this box, and they actually sent it to me in the mail like 2 weeks after the party. So I've had it, but then the eye eczema flared up and it's just been a while. I have had this look in mind for a while, and I actually added a bit more of a twist from the first time that I filmed this tutorial, because I actually wore this exact look when I visited the Too Faced headquarters last Tuesday, which was so much fun. Thank you so much, Too Faced, for all the love and just everything. I love you guys. So I just want to take a moment to apologize to you guys for this month. I'm finally back on track, and I wanted to give back to you guys for the new year and for being absent and just all of that stuff. And I actually happened to get a second peach palette when I went to the party. Since I didn't get the box, they sent it to me in the mail. I actually got just a peach palette then, and I thought, what better way than to give this away to one of you guys. So I'm not going to ramble on about the rules and things like that. Everything will be in the description, but the one thing I will say is you must be subscribed to my channel and have my notifications on. This is a giveaway to give back to my lovely, beautiful subscribers. You must fill out the Google form, which will be linked down below. That is where I'm picking my winners from. And you also must be following me on Instagram, Twitter, and Snapchat. Those are the main rules. The rest will be linked down below for you guys. But this palette is truly amazing. It has quickly become one of my favorites, and you guys need this in your life. So if you did not get a chance to get your hands on this palette yet, enter the giveaway and good luck. So if you want to see how I achieved this peachy, warm, amazing look using the whole entire collection, and you want to see how the products perform and my thoughts, then be sure to keep on watching. Okay, so I'm going to put my headband on, and over here it's a little red because I actually just plucked my eyebrow hairs a little bit. So now what I'm going to do is apply the Muddy Glow Skin Perfecting Elixir, and this is an oil, and it's just going to soak into my skin and hydrate it during the dry winter months. I really need this, and then I'm going to apply some MAC Strobe Cream in Peach Light. Then I'm going to do my foundation, my concealer, and my brows, and I will be right back to start the Peach Collection. I'm actually going to leave this open a little bit, leave the presentation, so I will be right back. Okay guys, so I definitely look really dewy right now because of the oil, and also because I combined it with the LA Girl Pro Coverage Long Wear Illuminating Foundation, and that is luminous on its own. So now combined with the oil, it is super glowy, but don't worry, I'm going to end up setting my face soon. I don't want to set it just yet because I am going to be cleaning up the eyeshadow with more concealer, so I don't want to put any powder on quite yet. I just did my brows. They're not finalized at all. I'm definitely going to go back in with them a bit later. It was also a bit harder to work with my brows with the oil, but don't worry, that will be all set in a few. But quickly, what I'm going to do is take my Airspun Loose Face Powder, and I'm going to set my eyelids with this to prepare for eyeshadow, and I'm just going to pack this on. Now, I originally wanted this to be a first impressions video, and the first time I filmed it, it was. In total, I have used it twice, so today is going to be my third time using the eye palette and my second time using the face palette and the blushes and stuff like that, and then the third time, I want to say, using the lip color. Now when I filmed my first impressions video, I really liked how the final look came out, but the problem was, the reason that I did not like it and I was like, okay, I really want to refilm this, I'm not happy with it, is because when I filmed it, I was just recovering from a huge dry patch from my eyelid eczema. I talked more about that in my last video. I know it's been super hectic lately, but now I'm finally back on track with my schedule. But I made the mistake of using my MAC Soft Ochre paint pot. Now that is amazing. I love that stuff for priming, but in the winter, combined with my dry eyelids, it is not good. So I just didn't like the way it was coming out. It looked like everything was hard to blend and you weren't getting the true product of the product because of course my base was not good. So I liked how it came out in the end. In the end it was perfect, but just I wanted to refilm it and have it with a nice smooth base so you guys could see better, and I never like uploading content that I'm not necessarily 100% happy with. Okay, so let's get started with the actual peach palette. And also, the good thing about this not being a first impressions video is that I do have a lot of thoughts formulated already, and can I just say this has quickly become one of my favorite palettes. I actually took this on my trip to LA with me. It is absolutely perfect, and if you do not have this yet, this is definitely a palette you need in your life. The color range is beautiful. I love every single color to death. It is absolutely stunning. And of course the smell, I have been dying for this palette ever since it came out early last year. And seriously, I am so grateful and thankful and blessed that I got the opportunity to try out this palette and go to the peach party and the launch and everything. So yeah. My thoughts so far on this is amazing. I can't wait to experiment with more looks. Obviously, I've been doing pretty much the same colored looks. I'm pretty much going to be recreating the look that I did in my first tutorial, but adding a bit more and using a bit more colors, and that's what I did when I went to the Too Faced headquarters last Tuesday when I was actually in LA. Okay, so zooming you guys in just the slightest amount, we are going to get started, and I'm going to first take Peaches and Cream, which is a beautiful shadow, and I'm just going to start to set my lids with this color. Now, we used a translucent powder, so that created a very smooth base. And if you're wondering what I used instead of the paint pot, I actually used my LA Girl Pro Conceal today. It's really thin and really hydrating. I never have a problem with it in the winter time, so I really recommend that if you have dry eyelids. I'm also going to take the color White Peach, which is one of my favorite shades, and I am going to place this directly on the lid. It does have some shimmer in it, so do keep that in mind. At first I didn't know that it had shimmer in it just looking at the pan, but it is a beautiful color. I really love it. So you just want to make sure to swipe back and forth and create that nice base for the shadows to all blend on. So now I'm going to be taking Puree for my transition color, and holy crap, I absolutely love this combo. You're going to see while I'm working with it, but the first thing I do is take a big fluffy brush with Puree, and I just take a little bit at a time, and I'm focusing this right directly in the crease, and I'm going to slowly work this up, blend it in the outer corner. Just like any transition shade, you just want to build this up, just blending this back and forth with windshield wiper motions and also circular motions, just switching up the blending technique here and there. So for today, my main focus is going to be the eyeshadow. I'm not going to do wing liner or anything, so I'm kind of creating a circular shape. So focusing on the outer corner, bring it into the crease, and then swipe up while maintaining like a circular shape. And the reason I didn't bake beforehand or set anything is because I'm going to clean up the shape once we are done. That is a beautiful color, so I'm going to go back in with Puree, and I'm going to do the same thing onto the other eye. So now that I have a little bit set down, just as, of course, the transition shade, just a little map and outline, I'm going to go in with Summer Yum. And guys, this color, it's like a red auburn kind of deep brown shade, rusty in a way. It is absolutely stunning. It is probably one of my favorite colors, and this combination, Puree and Summer Yum, is to die for. So I take this on the tip of my brush, and I am going to pop this right into the outer V at first, and that just deepened everything right away. And once I get it in there, I'm going to swipe it back and forth into the crease, but mainly popping it into this outer corner for now. And I'm gonna start dragging it upwards into the Puree color and blending them all together. As you can see, that just added a lot more warmth and depth to the eye. Oh my god, this shade, I'm obsessed. So I'm keeping that shape, just blending upwards and back and forth. So I like to really just keep building this color up and the depth and the warmth. So I want this to be a really nice warm look. And again, I'm just focusing on the shadows for this look. There's no liner or anything. So in between blending out Summer Yum, I like to go back into Puree and blending it together with Summer Yum. This will just create the perfect blend. And I find circular motions really help with this step. Right now I'm not kind of restricting myself anymore. I'm kind of going out over here just so that when I clean it up, everything is kind of faded over. So now what I'm going to do is take a clean fluffy blending brush and do the same, just windshield wiper and circular motions. I find when you have a brush with no product on it, it really helps to blend everything out. Okay, so now I'm going to do a combination of what I did for the first time I filmed this tutorial and what I wore to the Too Faced headquarters. And I don't know why I didn't do that when I filmed my first tutorial. I have no idea. But first, what I did in my original tutorial was I took a tiny dot of Charmed I'm Sure just on the tip of a brush. This is the E25 Sigma blending brush. I really like this. And I pop this in the outer corner to add even more depth than the Summer Yum. I really love that concentrated darkness on the outer corner. It really defines the look, especially when you're not going to be using winged liner. And then in between that, I take a mixture of Summer Yum and Puree and blend it all together. Okay, now what I really found made the look, when I did this look when I went to the Too Faced headquarters, sorry, I'm just blending this with a clean brush again, is I dipped my same brush in this Candied Peach shade. And now it has some shimmers in it, but it doesn't really pick up unless you apply a lot of the product. So I'm just dipping this in that same brush, and I'm just going to go back and forth in the crease, mixing the shade with all the colors, and it really adds that peachy vibe. I don't know if you could tell, this side is just warm and brown, and then here we have the peach peeking through and blending with all the shades, and I find it absolutely stunning. I feel like this really adds a lot to the look, especially if you're going for a peach vibe. So once I did this, I was like, okay, I need to do this in my tutorial because it really enhances the peach. This Candied Peach is a stunning color. I've actually seen multiple girls use this directly in the crease without any other shades, and it's stunning. And again, that just added a ton of warmth, and just, I love this so much. And of course, I'm gonna keep going back in with Puree and Summer Yum to create the perfect blend of colors. That peach was definitely meant to be more subtle, but I want it to be a nice even blend. And like I said, going in with the clean blending brush and blending this all together. Being sure to go back and blend the edges. Okay, so now quickly before I move on to the lid, I'm going to take Puree and Summer Yum, and I'm going to drag those colors under my lower lash line and really start defining the look. And you want to be sure to connect that once you're done to the crease, so you could create the shape and map it out. This is always one of my favorite parts because it really maps out your whole entire look. And I'm not really being afraid of being messy because, like I said and have been saying, I'm going to be cleaning this up. I'm just actually going to make sure everything's blended over here on this side. Okay, so actually right now is where I'm going to start cleaning up everything just to get a feel for it more and start to finalize everything. So I'm just taking my LA Girl Pro Conceal to do so, and I'm going to put this under my eyes and go like that. Okay, so I'm going to have to go back in and blend, obviously, but I'm just going to start baking underneath my eyes so that this could set while I do that. I'm going to be dragging my bake not only underneath my eyes, but to clean up the shadow as well. While I'm doing that, I'm going to go ahead and set some other places on my face, such as my chin, my nose, my forehead. Also going to take my big fluffy brush and set all the other places on my face. Okay, so now that that's all baking, I'm going to go back in with my eyes and make sure the shape is perfect how I want it. I actually really love baking the edges of my eyeshadow. And I'm actually going to take Peaches and Cream and I'm going to start to carve out my brow bone. And while I do that, I want to go in and blend the edges. I'm also going to take that white peach shade and place that under my brow bone as well. Then I'm going to dust all that off. And now that that is off, I'm going to make sure everything is nice and blended on the edges. And I'm going to go back in on the lower lash line. Okay, so now that I have this, it is not perfect how I like it. But once I have my falsies on, I'm going to finish it off. I'm not going to spend too much time on this when I could just fix it up and finalize it later. But I'm going to go back in with Candied Peach one more time to bring in that peachiness. And let's get started with the lid. So first I'm taking White Peach and I'm just going to pack that on the lid to bring back in the light. As you can see, that just made it so much brighter. So I'm just dragging that in halfway. Now on the other eye. So I'm also going to take Bellini and I'm going to try and pack this in the center to add some peachiness. And I'm going to go ahead and spray down my brush and I'm going to take the beautiful shade Luscious, and this is going to be the main color right on the lid. So I'm just going to pack that on. How beautiful is that? Oh my god, I am obsessed with this shade. Look how stunning that is. I absolutely love it. I'm actually going to spray the other side of the brush and I'm going to do the same thing but with White Peach. And I'm going to pack this onto the inner corner. I'm going to blend this in with Luscious. And I'm also going to pop this on the brow bone to really pop. And now, of course, there's a lot of blending to do. So I'm just going to be blending with that brow bone color. Same thing on the other side. Also blending Luscious onto the lid and getting it out of the crease. Okay, so I'm letting this side bake a little bit because I'm not really satisfied with the shade. But I'm going to quickly line my upper lash line and then I'm going to pop on my Cocoa Queen Bee lashes. Okay, so here we go. The false lashes are on. And now I'm going to finish up my brows a little bit with the Precisely My Brow Pencil from Benefit and Gimme Brow. And I'm also going to do my lower lashes and then we're going to move on to complete the rest of the face. Okay, so now that this is all done, let's move on to the face. So I'm going to be taking the Sweet Peach Glow Palette. I love this so much and the bronzer looks shimmery, but I determined that it's actually matte and it is the perfect shade to bronze and contour with. So I'm just going to add warmth around my forehead, around my nose, and I'm also going to contour with this shade. Oh my god, I'm obsessed with this palette. I totally recommend investing in it. This gives the perfect amount of warmth. I love it so much. It really just does an overall fantastic job. Also going to warm up my jawline. Also, while I'm doing this, I'm going to bake right underneath my jawline with the Airspun powder. This is going to ensure we create a precise line, and it's also going to brighten up and highlight underneath that contour and make it pop more. So while the bake is sitting, I'm going to continue to contour. When I first used this, I was actually shocked at how amazing this worked for contouring. Of course, the Too Faced bronzers are amazing, but I guess seeing how glowy this was, I was like, I don't think that's gonna, you know, do a good job. But then I put it on, I was like, ooh. I just baked down my nose. And while that bake is still in place, I'm going to move on to some blush. So first I'm taking the blush in this palette, which is beautiful. And then I'm going to go into my Papa Don't Peach blush. So look, this just adds the perfect flush of peachy color. And it is so pigmented and stunning. Just, you could tell the difference already. It just makes everything tie in seamlessly. A little bit seriously goes a long way with this. And dusting off the bake, I'm going to blend it in with the contour just so that it is seamless as possible. And also I'm going to go over my cheeks so they're not as harsh. Now I'm going to go in with my Papa Don't Peach blush, and this just adds even more warmth and just looks stunning on the cheeks, honestly. And once I have my blush on, I'm going to go back in with the bronzer to tie everything in together. And now you guys know I love my glow, so I'm going to go in with the highlight shade, and I'm going to pack this on. Look how stunning that glow is. So the tip of the nose, oh my god, it's such a healthy, beautiful glow. I'm obsessed with this shade. I'm also going to put it above my brows and start to build this on my cheekbones. This highlight is so cool because it looks champagne, but it has a lot of peachy, beautiful reflex. Hello, yes. So this alone is stunning, but you guys know I love my highlight to pop. So before I go in and wet my face, I'm going to go in with the blush one last time just to re-accentuate. I'm also going to go in with the bronzer and also my translucent powder to clean up one last time. And now you guys know the drill. I'm going to drown my face in this, and then we're going to pop the highlight back on to make it glow. Then quickly put this on top and activate that glow even more to make it pop. The reflex on this highlight are literally insane and so beautiful. I've never used a highlight like this. Like, I don't even know how to explain. It's just stunning. I'm gonna put some on the tip of my chin. I love this look. It is so fresh and I'm in love with it. So I'm gonna dry up my face, and I just do that so I could go back in and finalize the face. Sometimes wetting your face will dull down your blush or make it a little bit unblended. So once it's dry, always go back in. Okay, so I just sprayed my face one last time just to lock it all in, and I find the Airspun powder is actually a little bit cakier than the Laura Mercier. I don't know if it has to do with my dry skin at all, but I wanted to, you know, add the life back. Okay, and now time for the lips. Okay, so my favorite lip gloss from the collection. First of all, these lip glosses are crazy pigmented and super hydrating because they're oil-based. And my favorite is called Papa Don't Peach, just like the blush. And I'm just going to take this. Oh my god, how stunning is this color? I can't. As you can see, super pigmented and creamy. And let's put this on the top. And I'm actually going to take the color Peachsicle, and I'm going to put this in the middle to highlight the lips a little bit. And this is a super peachy gloss. And there we have it. I just love how fresh this whole look is. I love it. So that is it for this tutorial. I really hope you guys enjoy. I absolutely love this look. It is so fresh and peachy, of course, and I'm just obsessed with everything about it. And if you haven't entered my giveaway, be sure to do so. You guys, whoever wins this is seriously going to die. It is amazing. And actually the winner, I think I'll give you guys an option. I'll maybe sign here or something. That would be pretty cute. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'm so excited. My first tutorial in 2017 is finally up. Expect videos Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday at 7 p.m. Eastern and Sunday for after the week. Finally getting back into the swing of things. I can't wait for all the rest of the tutorials I have in store for you guys for this year. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you in my next video. Bye everyone!